a plane over here and you have another plane like this. In a crystalline material, you can have many planes where dislocation is gliding, right? Suppose the dislocation is gliding in this direction. Gliding means it is moving in same plane. This is your suppose closed plane and closed plane direction. So dislocation is easily gliding. It is moving in same plane. Suppose another dislocation is gliding in this direction. This three plane is intersecting this three plane. So what will happen? You can understand. A time will come. This will interact with this. So there is a entanglement will be there. They cannot easily move. Right? This will block the path of this one. They cannot easily move. If similarly more number of dislocation will be there, they cannot easily move. They will get stuck here. Right? This is one situation. Similarly, another situation that I told. Suppose you have dislocations, same sign dislocation and same plane. So obviously they will repel. If number will increase, they will repel one another. A back stress is like it is giving some back stress. It wants to move in this direction, but there is a back stress. So obviously strength will increase. They cannot easily move. But suppose 1, 2 dislocation are there, they can easily move. They can easily glide. So this is the situation happening. Right? Okay, let me explain another thing.
Sir, in the above case also entanglement strength will increase.
Entanglement basically happens if you have lot of dislocations and these planes are intersecting one another. In that case, basically happens. Dislocation, entanglement. They get entangled. They cannot easily move. They get stuck. That is sometimes called forest dislocation. Dislocation forest. Forest means a lot of dislocations are present in the material. Dislocation forest. Okay, anyways.
Sir, and its influence on the properties like
strength will increase obviously. Okay, let me give another example. Okay. Suppose this is 1 and suppose what is this, can you guess? This is a grain 1. This is grain 2. Right? So this is what? Grain 1. I am writing G. No? This is a grain 1. Suppose this orientation grain is different from this one. Suppose the orientation here is like this. Three planes are like this. Huh? But here suppose orientation is. Understood? Yes. So a dislocation is moving easily. But you are deforming more and more. So what will happen? Number of dislocations increases in the system. So finally, these dislocations are gliding in this direction. But what happens? They will meet a grain boundary. So grain boundary is a obstacle actually. It cannot cross. Why it cannot cross? Because this plane is not like this. The plane has changed. The direction of plane has changed to this one. So this cannot easily move. A dislocation cannot jump into another plane easily. Because due to different in orientation of the adjacent plane, it cannot move to the next plane. So what will happen? It will stop. If it will stop and these all the dislocation have same sign, what will happen? A back stress will be formed because it cannot move. So it will apply a back stress. So there will be a back stress. So due to back stress, what will happen? The strength will increase obviously. You have to apply more stress. So you may ask like, then what will happen? What situation may happen? Two situations may happen. Either dislocation has to move in next grain or a crack may form along the grain boundary. Because the concentration of stress will be more here right now. Because you are applying a shear stress in this direction. Either a crack will form along the grain boundary, which will propagate and will fail, metal will fail, or if it is a ductile material, the dislocation has to move in this next way. Right? So what happens is this back stress can be relaxed. How? Either new dislocation will nucleate in this grain and it will easily glide. Right? It will easily glide, deformation will happen normally, we have no problems. So this may be the situation. That means this dislocation cannot cross this boundary, but a new dislocation will generate in this material. Next, in this material, next grain. And it will move, it will glide, or it will, right? This is one point. And a situation that happens, dislocation climb. Dislocation can glide. If dislocation is gliding means it is moving in same plane. Climb means it will just climb up or it may climb down. Right? It will just leave the same plane and it will move to another plane where the glide will be easy. So what happens? Suppose this is the situation right now, and this plane is there is no, suppose number of dislocation is less or there is no dislocation, so it may climb. So this dislocation may climb. It find a easy path now. There is no more other dislocation. It will move. It will climb. or suppose this electron can move to this plane. So here, it can easily move like now. Right? This may be the situation. So this backstress may be released by either new dislocation will nucleate in the next adjacent gland and it will easily climb, or it can climb up or it can climb down, depending on the situation. And dislocation climbing basically happens due to vacancy concentration. If vacancy will be there, that means at high temperature, or if a material contains vacancies, then dislocation can climb. How this can climb? Because you understand. Suppose this is a half plane of matter. This is a half plane of matter. This will climb down how? If suppose a vacancy is present. So it has, if it will move to this one, what will happen? This is a vacancy. There is no atom. So if it will move, it will go here. This is the atom actually. Vacancy move means empty thing is coming, this will go away obviously. So that means dislocation is getting climbed. Obviously this will remove, nothing is there now. Vacancy nothing. It's known as climbed up. Right? Suppose this is a scenario and an atom is coming into this portion, for example. A vacancy has moved from here to here, for example. What will happen? An atom will come. So new atom is there, so it is moving down, it is climbing down. Understand? So if this climbing basically happens at high temperature because vacancy concentration is higher at higher temperature. You understand how? Because if you raise the temperature of the material, atom wants to vibrate more and more. So it will leave its position. So vacancy will change it, that vacancy can move to the dislocation part. And it can lead to climbing up or climbing down.